for like more than 5 seconds, and then two, and then one, or maybe we're back to three. That was after getting the password, but then having to connect this monkey donkey phone. So, but so I don't know how long it's gonna be for. But I was gonna say the Guinness record I was gonna do was doing the shortest one I've ever done, but we'll see. I want basically I'm telling you not to rush because I want to watch something. But I'll show you the message later. But and then that time it connected the very first try when I had to reconnect. So basically, I just wanted to do a quick video. We almost thought that we had an interesting interruption, but then it took so long to get this to start. Where he thought I was talking to him for a moment still. As we get a view to come in, who has heard of the snowbird planes? But it wasn't that. But basically, I said this funny thing, and I just thought that that it would make. I don't know if it's going to be a short or not, but just make a little video. And there was kind of three things. So it was that it was connected to the song. And there was another thing I can't remember at the moment. So uh, basically, I might just say the funny thing and then wrap up. However, now that I got this going, although I feel low energy, but now that I got this going, I might want to keep it going. It's so bright and warm in this room. I think I'm going to open the things for some fresh air. More kinds of air. Kind of feel. That's just like allergies and stuff. Essentially, you can have seasonal allergies, but not have allergies to anything else sometimes. And then I got to cook dinner, wishing we had stuffing, and then. Oh right, he was gonna make rice, so I don't know if he's gonna fit that in. I was doing other stuff, but I did want to watch this. Well, I guess I can watch that upstairs. But this won't take very long. Like, as much as I'd like to roll, I do and don't think it matters whether it's this device or in another location, but maybe some people have preferences. I mean, we all do. But even if this is under 10 minutes, it's still going to be the shortest one I've done lately. Um, but I made this funny statement, and I know I know what people will say too about going to the dentist or whatever. But one, I've heard some crazy stories about people's experience at the dentist. I have one slightly, but not maybe to the same extremes. But then also, and then I'm going to possibly watch an interesting YouTube video afterwards. I'm not sure what we're going to think of it, but it's not great reincarnation, but something like that. But also, you know, I'm just waiting to see a few other things line up in life, or I don't know. You know, right now I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm not in extreme pain, otherwise it probably would. Um, I'm surprised this one's holding on. There's not much of it left. This one's got a cavity hole that's got a bit bigger, but it's weird. It doesn't seem to be with food and drink. As we get a viewer, welcome. And but have you ever noticed that where your teeth are mostly not sensitive otherwise, but if you kind of, as the viewer goes, whatever, if you kind of breathe, like take a certain type of breath in where you're kind of, I don't know, it sounds weird, but letting breath go past your teeth a little bit more than usual. I don't know. I said, I guess I don't do that very often, but essentially it is breathing. So, I mean, I've been doing that. So, it's not super sensitive, sometimes more than other times, but I'm noticing it. I also have a slight migraine, so I might take something for it. Yeah, I guess I can go upstairs and watch a bit more of that, and then, but like it's quite a long video, and there's quite a bit left to it. My dinner's already ready, so actually I'm giving you more time to make rice, and I'm just gonna, and then I just need to do up the veggie and I don't know if I feel like garlic tonight, and then yeah, I don't know if I want more bread. Pasta similar but different. I might have to make more pasta, or I could have rice with it. But I mean, sometimes that actually seems to work. But I just don't really want. And I ate a whole bunch of rice recently got really good servings from this one place, and I was eating it for 3 days, and I got two dishes to bring home to kind of stock up on some good food for a few days, and yeah, so I'm riced out. Zucchini noodles were really good though, and next time I get that one, I think I'd ask for just those. Hopefully, they would add more since they're not putting rice in. But I don't know um, what else I might want to have, you know. So um, I also don't know how long he's going to be there. But both mornings, I think I took something out. But I'm kind of curious. It's unfortunate the thing that I want to watch. I can't multitask and kind of look and see if anybody's watching, because that, you know, viewers that leave great comments are really what help enhance the video. But what I'm watching is the channel names I've been finding them on recently aren't the ones I've ever seen them on. It's basically these shows where people are looking for their birth loved ones, relatives, and they've been put up for adoption or whatever, which inspired a show I worked on once, and a theme that then kind of went dormant, or I don't know, even for me, kind of silent for a while, and then suddenly I relate to it. So it's kind of crazy how that worked out, and he didn't. Yeah, never came up back then, and I'm curious if it would have, but I kind of hear that, but not super loud, so hopefully that's good. But I don't know. There's always a part of me, though, even though I kind of said what I wanted to say already, there's a part of me that wants to roll in case somebody tunes in and is conversational. It's always cool to see that randomness in some ways, especially if they're, being nice and interesting and fun. Um, you know, we all, interact with various people, and everybody's a stranger initially throughout our life, but and including on the internet only. Some people solely, just connect in that way. But, so therefore I'm not sure why, I would probably, well, somebody asked her why, about her and why she was doing, I didn't exactly have a good answer, but it is quite windy out still, but, I'm going to take a break anyway. But, I don't know, I guess it's just something that I like. And I guess I just feel like, making more connections is a nice thing. I do often experience isolation and loneliness throughout the week, although this is a long weekend. And I don't know, I just think that it's kind of curious to hear about, also kind of to hear from people based on the topics that I come up with. I thought there was something really briefly, maybe not. Can't see the screen as well. It's smaller and it's bright in here, so that's kind of on the screen a bit. But I don't know if I get back in bed. I'm not necessarily going to feel this tingly. And I did realize the bathroom, but since I didn't really fall asleep, I thought you were going on, but didn't really fall asleep during the nap. I'm like, do so. But no, you can make the ways. I'm going to let myself order more. And I tried to take a break. And then I could just have, maybe I'll have those other two pieces of garlic bread because they're not as thick. We have lots, I guess, almost nothing meals. I mean, I do. I eat a lot. Just it's the easiest. I'm picky. That works. But like I said, part of me wants to keep rolling also because this almost didn't really cooperate enough to even do this. This particular cell phone, it's a second-hand cell phone that was donated somewhere. I think I was able to figure out who the owner was and looked her up, and she hadn't had any recent posts online. So she may have passed away, I'm not sure. Glenn works at the donation center. I think they do get a lot of stuff from people that have passed away, including something that maybe wasn't looked at very carefully, what was inside drawers. And I heard this story recently, and it was kind of disturbing. And I mean, there are ways to think about it, which maybe make it less odd, but I bet you there's a lot of stuff, some of which we maybe have, that was donated out of estate sales or because someone passed away, which would kind of, I guess, be the same thing. Can't imagine what this one would be like, I tell you. But so you know, oh right. So a lot of times the connection just it drops, or like you have to tell it connect like 5 to 7 or so times. He says it's easy enough to accidentally say forget it and have to read the password, but then it. Oh well, we have 3 people here. I thought it looked like a one until I leaned forward and looked a little closer. Welcome. Anywho, and I don't think I have to do anything to show the chat. Let me just see though. Top messages, all messages. Therefore, okay, they all left. Same time it seems like, unless I'm saw that wrong from a distance, but someone just tuned in. But yeah, I don't know why. I always used to think, on another social media site too, when it says the most relevant, but then it says that it just shows those first. But then newest is another category, and sometimes it used to say most recent. But why does I hate to, I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying, why do they decide what's most relevant? And it's the same on here. It says top or all messages. Well, how does someone? Why would the site decide what's a top message and what's not? Isn't that up to the person posting? I don't know. But yeah, I guess based on the title, that's not going to get necessarily everybody talking because I just came up with it really quickly. I people, I don't know. I'm curious actually. Yeah, I am, and somebody just tuned in. I'm curious. What is your first? What does the either what is your first thought when you see the title of this video, or what does it make you think? That's essentially the same question, I guess. Um, yeah, or just what in general does it make you think about the video left? So they're not very social. I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but yeah, I don't know. I just had said that funny thing initially, and it's like, oh, I should post that because it'd be funny. I could have went and said, but there's something else open on there. Something very interesting, actually, which I should possibly tell Michelle. But she's got so, but